program started here at Craigieburn with deaf tennis because 3 years ago I was doing my diploma of children's services. I was going to be working with children with disabilities. Unfortunately, over the last couple of years I've had a bout of breast cancer and I can no longer do the sport that I love, but I can still work with the children in the sport that I love. So deaf tennis has come about because of that sole reason. Been very fortunate, had a lot of people to help me out. First of all, the council, Hume City Council, they really got the ball rolling with lots of emails and getting people on board. I have 3 sponsors, being Norfolk Foods, Kerno Tennis and Complete Tennis Services. They've supplied all the food, the balls and vouchers, and of course rackets and nets on the day. And the Craigieburn committee, they've just been marvellous. They've just backed me up in everything I wanted to do. And also the local councillor's office did all our photocopies, so we didn't have to fork out any money whatsoever. The successes of the day, the best part of the whole thing was watching all these children come in with their families. We had, just behind us, we had all the pee-wee nets set up. So all the younger ones, some of them being 4, 5, 6, they got out on the courts with the pee-wee rackets and the little red balls, and they had a hit with their parents on the court. It was so good seeing mum and dad out there with their children. Another success story was a mother who was deaf herself but her child could hear. He is now joined up here and he's actually coming to coaching lessons every Wednesday night. That to see her and him, and she came here because she wanted to be able to talk to someone about coaching, and we could give her that opportunity on the day, and now she comes here every Wednesday with her child. Another story was a young boy who was deaf and very vision impaired. He was out here with his mother. His mother hadn't played tennis for years and she's now taking up tennis again. The whole day was just great to see all families, regardless, out on the court together. To make the day a little bit more of a success and to put myself into their shoes, into the people that are hearing impaired, I not only went to the Deaf Tennis Championships over at Dendy Park, I also did a course, an Auslan course. I only did Certificate 1. There's a long way to go. It just helped break down the barriers. After being at Dendy Park, I fully realised being in their world, and believe me, it's a different world. I couldn't communicate with them, and it must be how they feel in my world sometime. So to break down the barriers, an Auslan course started it all off. Okay, where to from here? Where would I like to see this go? I'd love to see lots and lots of deaf children, parents, hearing impaired, cochlear implanted children playing tennis. It doesn't have to just be here. It could be various clubs throughout Melbourne. Doesn't matter where it is. We need to get the word out there. One of the ways I can see doing that is to get it through to the deaf schools, into their programs, have people that are hearing impaired themselves go out and sell these programs to the schools. ESL is another problem where a lot of the parents have English as a second language. We need to counteract that as well. We need to open this up as far as we can. Work with Tennis Australia, work with Deaf Tennis Australia and Deaf Tennis Victoria, work with our sponsors, and let's just see where this ends up. I can see it being very, very successful with the right grounding throughout Victoria.